everybody, my name is Caitlin and I'm going to show you today how to make this lovely jellyfish project. Okay, this is done with epoxy. First we will take everything out from our kit. We have lots of fun stuff. We have some crushed shells, we have a big glass gem, we have some nice tiny little crushed glass that looks like more of a sparkle. We have some baby starfish, we have some sand, this is like a darker sand, and we have some more like of a silvery crushed mirror, and then we have some paint, and we have our resin and our hardener. In your bag you're going to see your resin and your hardener in the bottles, and they're labeled. They will also have cups in the bag that say hardener and resin. What you're going to do is unscrew the top on the hardener and pour the hardener into the cup that says hardener, and same thing with the bottle of resin. So the bottle of resin will go in the cup that says resin, hardener will go in the cup that says hardener. Okay? I will show you how to mix them in a minute. What you're going to do is just kind of lay everything out, get your gloves out. You can have some popsicle sticks we'll be working with. And then, I forget what these are called, but these are a really nice thin flat shell that we're going to use for our jellyfish. And I gave you guys we have two in our example, 2 jellyfish, but I gave you a couple to play around with and decide which one you want to use. And I'm going to show you how you can work with them a little to break them easily and change the shape of them. So what we'll do first is prop up our frame. Our frame is obviously in our kit as well. And we have 4 cups in the kit. You're going to prop your frame up on there to work, and then put your silicone side of the frame facing down. 4 cups close to the corners, all 4 cups sitting on the glass frame, not on the actual frame. Okay, and then we are going to mix our resin. To mix our resin, we're going to pour our hardener, which is labeled as 2, into our resin, which is labeled as 1. Okay, so 2 into 1. Getting out as much as I can. The gloves are optional. Can't hurt. Oop, knocking things over here. So then I'm going to scrape out as much as I can with my large popsicle stick would be best. I'll put this to the side, and I'm going to go ahead and start stirring this. This needs to be stirred for 3 minutes. You can set a timer. Nice steady stir, not too slow, not too fast. You don't want to whip it. You don't want to stop. You want to try not to stop, unless you need a little shake. Keep going. It's not a race. You'll notice at first it looks very cloudy and marbly, but then by the time you're done mixing, it will clear up. You might see some bubbles. Bubbles are fine, but we definitely want to get rid of that cloudy, marbly, almost greasy kind of look. Okay, so set your timer, keep stirring, steady stir. Make sure you're getting down to the bottom, not just favoring the top. You could scrape the sides as you go. Just make sure you keep stirring and don't whip. Not too fast, not too slow. Bubbles are okay. Getting rid of that cloudy look. Okay, so now my resin is ready to go. Now I'm going to pour my resin onto my frame. And I do want the entire frame covered with the resin. But if you notice in our finished example, we have a little bit of color in the project. And in this particular one, we have like a teal color just towards the top part. Now you can copy exactly what I'm going to do here, or you can do your own thing. Okay, this video is for guidance, and if you want to change it up a little bit, feel free. It is easy to kind of make your own. So what I'm going to do is pour out my clear first, which I would say is about 3/4 at least. I'm going to just pour it out like cake batter. Scary if it's your first time, but don't be scared. It is really just like pouring cake batter. So then I'm gonna scoop a little bit of my paint and mix that into my remaining resin in the cup. I like to mix it up really well so I don't have any streaky lines. Okay, and then I'm gonna pour this towards the top. A little more color than the first one, but that's okay. If you're worried about too much color, just add a little less paint. Then I'll take my stick and just spread. First I'll spread my clear so that it stays nice and clear. I want to spread this to all my edges. Okay, you just want to make sure the edges are all filled with resin, and then all these little areas will fill themselves in. Now I'm going to get into my colored area, push that into the edges, first the edges, and then I'm gonna pull it down a little, and if it mixes a little bit with my clear, that's good. Gives it a fun look. You know, I'm not too worried about it mixing where they meet. I didn't really want it to mix. I want the bottom area to stay clear, okay? So I have much more color in this one. They always end up a little different, but you see how I did that, and you can adjust if you'd like. So now is the fun part, and it's really simple. You're just gonna start putting your stuff down. I'll show you some little tips. I'll start with my sand area, and again, you can lay it wherever you want, but I'll kind of mimic this one here, putting just a small area of sand on the bottom, and you can sprinkle. Okay, you can do more or less sand, totally up to you. Starting with my sand though, and then my sand has a little sparkle. Now I'm putting a little bit of that crushed gold glass on top of my sand area, maybe a little bit in my sand area. Again, this is all however you want to lay it out. Some little baby starfish. These can go anywhere. I think they look cute down here, and as many as you want. They're very delicate, so just be careful with those guys. And then we have up top almost like a little border with this crushed mirror, just like an edge. You can use your fingers to sprinkle if you're more comfortable with that. Okay, so it's kind of like a little border up top. Maybe, you know, play around, bring a little bit down here, why not? Now we have our shells that will be our jellyfish. You can check out the shape of them. This one looks perfect just how it is. I could lay that right in there. Okay. Let's see. This one, you know, jellyfish, who knows what shape they really are, right? But what's cool about this is, say you want to make a few, rather than two large ones, maybe you want to make baby ones. You can break these right in half. This looks like a jellyfish to me, you know, a smaller one. So maybe we'll throw that guy over here. So they're easy to break and change the shape of, so that's kind of fun. All right, and here's another one. So maybe I'll try to throw 3 in this frame. We'll see how that goes. Okay, once you have your actual jellyfish in there, then you're just gonna start working on your tentacles. And this you want to be a little more precise with. Just take your time, you know, lay them nicely. If they need to be adjusted at all, it's very easy. You don't want to stick your fingers in there if you don't have to. You can use these popsicle sticks to move things around, which makes it nice and simple. You want to be careful just not to mix your color. If you get any color on your popsicle stick, not to bring it down into the clear area. You can just flip or grab another stick. So I think I'll just lay my shells down and then kind of adjust them. Now I'm just working on adjusting with my popsicle stick, and you know, if anything has drifted, I'm just kind of shaping those tentacles, and I can add things anywhere I'd like to. If you have any shells at home that you might want to add, you can. If you decide you want to add like a starfish or a sand dollar that might be porous, though things that could be porous just need to be protected with some sort of Mod Podge. But if you have like hard shells or sea glass that you have of your own you want to add, you can. I have also this big glass gem up in our finished product. It's up in this end. You can place it wherever you want. It's kind of just a nice fun touch. So I'll bring this around so you can kind of get a better look here. You know, it doesn't come out exactly the same every time, and you could play with those shells as long as you need to adjust. And say you decided you don't like that shell up top, you can actually remove it and switch it out or change the shape of it. Okay, so have fun with it. When you are completely done, you want to just clean up your frame with a baby wipe, or a wet paper towel works fine. It does need to cure for 72 hours. So once you're done, you're going to find a safe place for it, keep it covered. If you don't have a storage bin, try 4 cups around the edge of the frame and a baking sheet sitting on top of those cups, just to kind of give it something to protect it from anything falling on it. Keep it away from kids and pets, of course. And make sure to share your finished product. After the first aid is hardened up a little, but you want to let it sit for 3. Yeah, and check it out in 3, and you can go ahead and hang it. Command strips work great. Placing it, just leaning it in a window looks nice where the light can shine through, or maybe on like a little easel on an end table. All right, so make sure you share your finished products, and I hope you enjoy. Have a great day.